Hello, here we are, Diana and Dan, here to launch our new podcast series called The Sophia Project. We're very excited about this. And we are doing it both on video and audio. So it'll show up on the audio podcast platforms, but also up on YouTube. And that'll be available as links through my website, this sophiaproject.net. So yes, this is the Sophia Project, and we're just very excited because Diana and I have come together bringing complementary sort of aspects of the mysteries of Sophia, and we are looking forward to being able to share some of what we have discovered and what we are involved in, and also just to hold space for these questions and this enigma of this mysterious Sophia to sort of find her feet here in this world. And so the Sophia Project is a name that I've worked with for many years, but we are looking at it through the lens of the big story of Sophia, of the creation story that I've described in my book, The Divine Spark Within, and it's a very prominent story within the Gnostic literature, of this great emanation that comes, from Source, that bursts forth, and that is the higher Sophia. And then there's the lower Sophia, the daughter, who comes down to this world, the exiled Shekinah in the Luriac Kabbalah expression of Sophia. And she is here bringing shards of light, sparks of light, here into this world and into humanity, where we are being asked to awaken those sparks. And in a grand sort of process of return that seems to be something associated with the Christ mystery. So I want to just turn over to Diana to share a little bit about just your relationship to Sophia.
Yeah, so my initial relationship was with Mother Mary, and since I was really born. She mentored me through all these years and really helped my path, really helped me along my path, like a guide would be. And about 8 years ago, Sophia came in much more prominently. And so I look at it now like Mother Mary was like a placeholder for her. And I started to have more direct experiences with Sophia. I look at Sophia as the feminine aspect of God, and Mother Mary, Mary Magdalene, and other goddesses as emanations of her, like they're embodiments of the Sophia energy. So that's what my experience has been. Yeah.
She's an amazing voice and emissary of the Sophia. And so, as launching this podcast series, we thought that we would share just a glimpse of some of what we're experiencing, and in this case, what Diana has experienced. That is just a real treasure. So, yeah.
So yes, as you suggest, you said, I specifically was asked by Sophia to be a voice for her in the world. And relating it to this Sophia project, it is about calling back her children back to her. For most of us, haven't even had any upbringing or anything in our history that suggests that there was a feminine aspect to God. There was only the Father. Most of us never were raised with the mother aspect. And so it's kind of making her children aware of her and bringing them back to her. So I don't know if did you want me to talk about this?
Yeah, we have an image here for the people on the video cast of the North Rose window at Chartres with Mother Mary holding the Christ child in the center. And it's a beautiful expression of this emanation that I'm suggesting, based on my research into the early Gothic cathedrals, that they were tapped into the esoteric mysteries of Sophia. And so Diana had a unique experience recently of this image.
So yes, I did. I was at a breathwork event, and it was a few hours long. It was pretty intense. And I had this experience in my heart chakra of having this image. But the image was underwater when I first saw it. It was like it had like ripples, like it was a reflection. And then it just suddenly kind of exploded, and all the pieces scattered. And then the pieces came back together again. And again, it was in my heart chakra, but it was this image. It was all together. The water was gone. And it was a very powerful experience for me personally. And then I shared it with Dan, and you gave me some context for the whole experience, but the water in particular, which I hadn't really known how to interpret. So
yeah, so this is just an amazing example of the cosmology of Sophia that seems to have emerged out of first century, as I've articulated or explored in my book. But it's this that the great emanation, the divine bursting forth of thought of the higher Sophia out of this singularity occurred in what we know of as the pleroma, the higher worlds of light, the land of light, as is described in the Pista Sophia. And there's a boundary between that world and the kind of the lower world, sometimes called the lower world of chaos, the material world, this place that's sort of outside of this crystalline quality, higher level of divine reality. And that this boundary is often depicted as water. And we see this in an image on Notre Dame, the central pillar. There's a woman who sits on the throne of wisdom. She's known as Mother Alchemy. And above her head are these ripples of water, depicting that she is below this boundary in the lower world. And so this experience that Diana had was that she was looking at this holy emanation, the higher Sophia, the bursting forth through the boundary of this into the pleroma, and that then there is this, it's uncanny because there's this, especially in the Kabbalah, in the Luriac Kabbalah, the scattering of the sparks, there's this, so she's describing all of these pieces of the window kind of scrambling and then reforming into the circular flower image, but it's not, there's no water there. It's here. It's not up there. It's not beyond. It's not elusive. It's here. So it's just, we really just want to hold this with sacred just recognition of what a beautiful
image and experience.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we're going to be playing with this, and there's a lot here, and Diana and I will be doing podcasts, but then I will also be doing a kind of a separate little series to help explain the pieces that are in the book. Some of the chapters that can be complicated, and it's fairly dense material. So I wanted to make that more available. But we're really excited about just this forum, this creative forum to play with this. This is the day before Easter. So yesterday was Good Friday. Tomorrow is Easter. So we're in this sacred sort of the holy days. We're going to be participating in an event in Novato, Northern California, a Magdalene Easter moonrise ceremony. And the Sophia is being courted more, is being sort of looked at with a little bit more like curiosity. What is this? But there's a lot of questions.
Right.
Who is Sophia?
Who is Sophia?
And so we were really excited to share this. We hope you can subscribe to the podcast series on Audible, or the audio version on any of the podcast platforms of Spotify, Apple, Google, but also look up on YouTube for the video version of this. So thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Yay.
Yay.
All right. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Yes.